My name is Todd, and I sat at a computer with poor posture for 9 years, and today I'm talking about sitting computer posture. I break it into three categories. Two categories that are not healthy and one category that is healthy. You can see I've done some drawing here. Let's go ahead and erase that so I can redo it and go through it. So let's look at the picture on the left. Everybody knows what it's like to slouch forward. I'm going to highlight this spine over here. The lumbar curve is a little bit intact, but then when you get up here into the mid-back and the thoracic curve, it's intact, but it takes a right turn and not in a good way. And then the cervical curve, you can see this forward head posture going on. That is putting a lot of pressure on his cervical spine and his neck. And let's go to the picture in the middle, which is a neutral, healthy spine with its natural curves intact. You can see the lumbar curve goes towards the front of the body. And then you get up in the upper and mid-back, the thoracic curve goes back towards the back of the body. And then the cervical curve goes, it's just a very, very slight curve. That is a correct sitting posture, correct spinal position for sitting posture, especially when you're sitting for long periods of time. Now let's look at overcorrected over here on the right-hand side. Basically, the lumbar curve is barely existent. Thoracic curve, also the same thing, and the cervical curve just goes straight up. So what I want to do here is I want to draw an arrow. Let's do this orange so it'll be easy to see. Let's draw an arrow on the picture in the middle from the base of the spine to the base of the skull, right? And you can see there's plenty of green down here for the lumbar curve going towards the front of the body, and there's plenty of green for the thoracic curve over here. But if you look over here at the overcorrected spine, which AKA sitting up too straight, that is a true thing. Sitting up too straight is a very real thing. Look, the lumbar curve barely exists over there. You can barely see any red, and you can barely see any red in the thoracic curve either. So you can tell by this picture right here that sitting up too straight can be a very bad thing. We need to sit more like the picture in the middle with a neutral spine with its natural curves intact. And I used to sit like all three of these positions, and believe it or not, overcorrected spine and sitting up too straight was harder to fix, harder to get back to this neutral position than slouching forward was. I didn't know what I was doing when I was sitting up too straight. I was experimenting with my posture. I got an inch or two taller. Everybody's asking me why I'm taller. I'm like, I'm in my 40s. I'm not getting taller. I'm messing around with my posture, and I'm obviously not doing something right. What I did right eventually was sit with a neutral spine with its natural curves intact. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Follow along if you want to see more tips. Thanks for your interest in computer posture.